Minnesota Fighting Vikings general manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah has indeed made a number of moves in year two at the helm of the Vikings ship, and cleaned up a lot of bad Spielman contracts, got rid of some aging veterans, and it sort of is what it is. And I don't understand why a lot of the media jackals are calling this Kwesi's blowing up the roster, or if the Vikings don't repeat as division winners and aren't competitive this year, that they'll blow up the roster in the 2024 offseason. I really don't understand that logic. Now, well, to a degree, I sort of get it in terms of, hey, if you're a general manager and if you want to rebuild a team, you should just talk tough, say you're going to win the division, never give it back, and then trade away some of your key players like Khalil Mack and Akeem Hicks and give Robert Quinn away for nothing, and then also give your quarterback no weapons, finish with the worst record in the league, and then try and rebuild from there. But the thing about Kwesi is that Kwesi's smart. Like, he understands that you can't go 0-17. Ownership won't allow that to happen because ticket sales and interest do matter. And guess what? If you go 0-17, that's on your record too, bro. Yeah, you assembled the team that went 0-17. You hired a coach that went 0-17. You signed players and drafted players that went 0-17. You ain't gonna have that. So yes, in a perfect world, maybe teams would hit the hard reset button. But guess what? It doesn't happen. And the best you can do is try and have it both ways and rebuild on the fly, and that's what Kwesi is doing. But the media just seems to be running with the narrative that the Vikings are blowing things up this offseason, or they're going to do it next offseason. Now, not to pick on Ari Mera of My Sports Update, who's fantastic, but this is the narrative that a lot of people are running with. This is what he tweeted. The Vikings won 13 games last year, were NFC North champs, but it's become pretty clear this offseason that they're transitioning on the fly. This is something we talked about in February, and it's all unfolding in front of us. And the chyron is, could the Vikings blow up the roster after the 2023 season? And you see this a lot. The national media JEROME haircuts. Again, not picking on Ari, because this is endemic of what's going on in the media, is that they're saying like, whoa, I mean, the Vikings, they got rid of Patrick Peterson and Adam Thielen and Eric Kendricks and Diesel Dalvin Tomlinson. They're obviously blowing things up. Blah, 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 blah. Again, I don't understand this. Where if Kwesi really was blowing it up, wouldn't he have traded Jefferson? Wouldn't he have traded Kirk Cousins? Wouldn't he have not signed Josh Oliver or Byron Murphy or Marcus Davenport? Would he have not brought back Harrison Smith or Garrett Bradbury, etc.? No. Like, yes, there is a lot of moving parts right now. And yeah, I mean, getting rid of Dalvin Cook, who isn't on this infographic, but he should be. But getting rid of Dalvin or Patrick Peterson or Thielen or Kendricks or Diesel Dalvin. Again, we go back to this. Name one move that you wouldn't have done. Like, name one move where you would have brought the veteran, Dalvin, Peterson, Thielen, Kendricks, Dalvin, the other Dalvin, back at significant money. Again, I would have had Diesel Dalvin Tomlinson back, but not at $14 million per. I would have had Dalvin Cook back, but not at $10 million per. I wasn't going to give Patrick Peterson $7 million per. I wasn't going to give Thielen 3 for 25 and 14 guaranteed, and Kendricks, 2 years, 13 and a half. 13 and a quarter, wasn't going to give him that money either. So it's more name recognition. And I understand that the national media jabroni haircuts have to see things from 30,000 feet and all 32 teams, and they can't really get into the minutia. But the Vikings as a whole, they've gotten younger and faster, especially on that defense, where Patrick Peterson was great. He was a step slow. Kendricks was great. He was also a step slow. So, I mean, this team is going to be hungry and fast on defense. And, I mean, just looking around the team, outside of trading Justin Jefferson and outside of trading Christian Darrisaw, how would you define blowing up this team in 2024? I want to know. Where if they allow Kirk Cousins to walk in free agency, they don't re-sign him, they go a different direction at quarterback, is that blowing things up? I thought that Kirk Cousins was Garbaggio in the eyes of the national media jabroni haircuts. I don't get it. Or what would constitute blowing up? Like, what, they get rid of Danielle Hunter, or so they work things out with Danielle, maybe they let him walk in free agency, maybe to a degree, or what, letting Jordan Hicks walk in free agency, letting Harrison Phillips walk in free agency, like or getting rid of Harrison Smith. Are those the big moves? Does that constitute blowing things up and tanking? Nah. It's complete and utter nonsense. I actually really like what Kwesi has done this offseason and also last season to a degree. And also I think the 2022 draft class is going to start panning out so people can stop being haters and losers towards Lewis Cine and Caleb Evans and Andrew Booth Jr. and Asamoah, etc. So again, is Kwesi making changes? Yes. Is he blowing up the rooster? No, absolutely not. No. But your thoughts are thoughts. Why does the media think that Kwesi's blowing up the Vikings roster? Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.